Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is The Hole. It was written by John Hook, who is also our keeper for this evening. This is a one-shot. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. John?
Welcome, players. There was a tragedy a few years ago. Patricia Fleming lost her brother. He was just simply abducted. She and her brother, she was 14 at the time. He was like 8. And they were playing in the woods and in the hills outside of Dunwich. And they were surrounded by things that had this buzzing sound. And she suffered a minor injury and was knocked unconscious. And when she came to, she was alone. And her brother was never found. And this has bothered her for many years. Patricia is a young woman attending Miskatonic University. And recently, she's been having these recurring dreams about her brother and some kind of hole out in the woods, in the hills and woods of Dunwich. And it's been beckoning to her to the point where she sought out help from a psychic, Miss Sue Lee, to try and help her, channel these images, these dreams that she's had, and so Patricia, along with her beau, Thomas Klein, they decided to go with Miss Lee and seek out this hole. Well, as it happens, it is on the property of Mr. Wiggins, a farmer of Dunwich, and Mr. Wiggins, he's also looking to maybe do some expansion, try and get into diversify some of his business, and so he's looking to partner with someone. So he's brought in his potential business partner, Mr. Dubois, to also kind of help maybe survey the land, check out this hole. Miss Fleming came with a very sincere, and Wiggins even remembers a little bit Patricia when she was a child, since the Flemings lived in and she grew up in Dunwich. And so, Wiggins was agreeable to have her kind of come out here on the property, and this is a good excuse for him to go out there with his business partner to kind of do some surveying and stuff, and kind of check out this area. Wiggins is seems to remember where the hole might be, and so he's kind of leading this team out to it. The Wiggins farm is acres and acres and acres, so it's easy to get lost out there in the wooded hills. But you guys are out there as a team. There's a couple of vehicles. Mr. Dubois has his truck. He's got not really a truck. It's a vehicle that he's driving, but he's got his vehicle that he's taking out there, and if anybody else wants to have a vehicle, they can as well. But I know Mr. Dubois' vehicle is large enough to drive out there. But you have all arrived, and you have discovered this hole out in the middle of nowhere in the hills outside of Dunwich. And that is where our camera comes and joins you guys as you're standing outside of this hole.
Patricia, is this what the universe has been trying to convey to you in your dreams?
Yes, this is exactly it. Sue, do you think, God, you don't think maybe Danny's in there?
Did you play in this area, my love? As a child?
No, this isn't where Danny went missing. Do you think he could be down there, Sue?
If he is, we should all be still for a moment and see if his spirit speaks to you.
And I'm holding her hand. GM, may I ask the question? Is
Yes.
the hole flat on the ground, or is it slanted, or is it in a hill?
Yeah, the ground is fairly level right here, and the hole is 15 feet in diameter.
Can we see?
And it almost looks like a perfect circle.
Can we see
Mr.
anything
Wiggins.
down?
You look down, and your vision goes maybe for about 20, 30, maybe up to 40 feet, and it just kind of disappears into darkness. And you do see where the hole looks pretty vertical and pretty, even all the way down. There are roots and limbs, kind of coming out of the earthen walls and just kind of sticking out into the open gap down there. But yeah, you look down there, and there's not much to see.
Yeah, Keeper, from around where this hole is, can we see the road from here pretty clearly?
Oh, you are a couple of miles from the nearest road. You guys have been off-roading to get out here, so you're far away.
That's lovely. Very interesting, I mean.
Mr. Wiggins, do you know anything about this hole at all?
No, don't get too close to the hole.
Miss Patty, I don't think this can have been here all that long.
You don't think? No?
I don't think. I mean, I'd have been missing cows if there's a hole this sort. I mean, it's not near normal pasture. This is
the
back hill.
Her dreams of this hole, they include her brother, so perhaps it is his spirit who has brought us all here. Perhaps now is a time that the hole has been unveiled for Patricia to see.
Do you think we should hold hands, Sue?
Could he have wandered this far out?
I'm going to lean in. Danny!
Miss Patty, it's been...
I know, but Mr. Wiggins, if there's any chance at all, I don't know what took him, but maybe they brought him back. Maybe he's down there. Even if it's just his body, it would give some peace to my family. Danny, I'm going to pick up a rock and throw it in the hole. I know that there's some math you can do for like the length of time it takes to fall to kind of judge the depth.
Sure,
Okay.
I can figure that out for you.
Thank you.
All right. So you can throw a rock in, and if you have physics, if you have science physics, you can give me that skill. Otherwise, you can throw a rock in and give me a listen check. You're going to probably need a hard success.
Fail.
Go for listen.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
I think that's lightning.
Ooh,
Mr.
that's an
Klein.
extreme success, though. It's a 7
All
for
right.
listen, not physics.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to you hear some sounds with that extreme. You hear some sounds as if the stone is like ricocheting off a few things, and then you just barely hear at great distance like a wet plop.
Oh. Now, Keeper, how deep is my well by the farmhouse?
Oh, your well is probably a 25 or a 30 footer to get down to the
Right. So
down to that good water table.
Groundwater is only 25 or 30 feet. I mean, the farmhouse is more on a crest than this, but So it should even be shallower.
Are we on flatland or are we near hills?
This back here is mostly rolling, right?
Mostly rolling hills, and so you're in a recess with rolling hills all around you. So your distance visibility is very short.
Well, so I mean, in between hills like this, the water table should be fairly close to the surface. But
Should be.
Does it look wet?
The hole looks fairly dry.
And there's roots growing out into it, right? It's made of dirt. It's dirt.
It's a dirt hole.
Trisha, in your dreams, did you ever get
Daryl, do you have rope back at your farm?
Of course I do. I'll go back and fetch several lengths.
Maybe we can find a good side or angle to secure from and maybe just go down if you have a torch or two.
Well, I start just by lowering a lantern down there, I think. We can tie off to a tree. But, these tree roots, roots like that will just die off in the air. So, can lightnings make a hole like this or something? Or if there was a sinkhole? Because I never seen it before. And, it's a lot of acreage, and I'm mostly on the arable tillage, but,
It could be a sinkhole. Do we hear any water down there?
Well, there was a kerplunk at the...
Little kerplunk. And then, Miss Lee, you were going to say something?
I was going to ask Patricia if in her dreams that there was a sensation of floating or of drowning, perhaps.
Anything like that, Keeper? No.
Miss Patty, this city lady, how come she brought you out here?
Oh, Sue? It's like she knows things, Mr. Wiggins.
Oh, I'll be.
Huh. Like she has like a way about her, like an uncanny knack for knowing things. And I just
like a Salem witch type. I mean, I'm not
too sure about that.
Planning to light anybody up or nothing. I'm just.
Tell me, Mr. Wiggins, you probably used a water witch to find your well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, everybody around here uses a dowser.
These are perfect parts of nature. Some people are just more attuned to the supernatural than others are.
Yes, I do. I feel like there's something down there. Just
got to be something with a hole.
Look, Sue, I have Danny's rock, the rock that he carved his name into. Hold it in your hand. Maybe something will come to you.
So I'll take it, and I'll kind of go over to the hole and start waving it around in the air.
Okay.
Before suddenly dropping, my arm drops a little bit. I feel like there's something down there, feels like strong connection with this stone.
I have a theory. What if this is, like you say, a sinkhole, and down there is an underground waterway, a river, and maybe even if he wasn't in this area, he's managed somehow to get to this spot underground.
Whether he came here or not, he's trying to bring Patricia here.
And Ms. Lee, you brought Miss Patty here. This is
yes. I helped her understand that she was receiving visions.
So you knew there was a hole back here. You've seen this hole before?
No, I've only heard Patricia describe it to me in her dreams. But I'm
dreaming it.
I'll be. I mean, if it's some old cave that got uncovered, could be any old ancient stuff down there too. Could be.
Do you think it could be like a meteor or something?
It's not really left a crater.
No, I guess not.
Just punched through into a cavern or something.
Is any of the sides like hard rock, or is this all just sort of soft, collapsed soil?
It's a firm earth. It looks like it's pretty solid, but it looks like you could dig into it if you needed to, or kick into it if you were going to create hand and toe holds.
Strange.
Well-
Well, Mr. Wiggins, if you would get that rope kindly, I would.
Yeah.
I'll be willing to go down there and have a look around.
Bubba, let's say we hop back on the farmhouse in your Studebaker and we'll pick up a shovel or two and a pick and some rope and a lantern or two.
That sounds splendid. Thank you, Daryl.
Well,
You don't mind me calling you Daryl, do you?
not at all.
Too familiar.
Just I'll call you Bubba.
We'll wait here.
Bubba's good. Yeah, we'll be right back. We're just going to hop on over. So how far is the farmhouse?
Well, probably about a 20-minute drive now.
Oh, 20-minute drive. Okay, so it's a good little journey. All right. Well, let's get going here.
Yeah, we got 120 acres total, and this is sort of the far end, away from most of the pasture land and such.
Nice.
Patty, can I talk to you over here for a moment? Excuse us, Miss Lee.
Oh, of course. Just make sure that you're listening for things unseen.
Oh, we will.
Yes,
So
what
I
is it,
want
Thomas?
to go to a place where Miss Lee can't really see us. Listen, my love. It could be dangerous down there, and I'll go down and I'll look everywhere. I'll do everything I can to see if I can find any evidence of your brother.
But you didn't know him like I did, Thomas. Like,
I know, but if there's
there might be something that you overlook and you don't even realize that it has something to do with Danny. I have to go down there too. I have to see this through.
but it's very dangerous, and I don't know what I would do if anything happened to you.
Oh, for goodness sake, Thomas, you get along fine. But listen, we could you go with me then. Go with me,
Well,
protect me.
Of
but
course, I'll go. But before that, there's something that I've wanted to ask you for a while now. So I'm going to go down on one knee and reach in and.
Oh gosh.
Will you
Thomas,
marry me?
This is so sudden. Oh my.
Sudden.
Sudden.
We've been going
And
together
I'm-
for 2 days.
Oh no, you're right. It's not sudden. We've been together so long. It's just all of this emotional turmoil, all of these dreams bringing back up memories of Danny. I haven't even had time to think about the future, and I just
Well, as
put
soon
it
as
away
we-
for now. Let's see this through. Put it away for now, and then ask me when all of this is past. When all of this is past, then it will be romantic. I'm in the middle of a crisis here, Thomas. I need to see this through first.
I just want you to know that there is a future.
I appreciate that. I truly do. And our future together will be lovely. I need to see this through first.
Well done, Thomas, for making that grand emotional gesture. Tom has earned a Moxie point, which you can use for a free success or bonus die. Actually, yeah, we'll do it. You can turn this in for a bonus die when you absolutely need it. Okay.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that, maybe since she didn't actually take the ring, maybe I need it now.
Now look, let's get back to Sue, okay? I think she might be onto something.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure she is. How well do you know this woman?
Oh, we met recently. I had these dreams about Danny, and I started looking up people that maybe could help me. Now, I know I'm more science-minded than this usually, but that incident with Danny, that was not normal, Thomas. And I thought maybe someone who's familiar with things outside of the normal could help me.
I understand. I mean, we're both science-minded, but at the same time, we go to Miskatonic University. There's room for metaphysics and everything.
That's true. That's true.
Well, let's find out what's happening. Let's get some closure to this.
Yes.
And
really like
Bubba and Farmer Wiggins are going to be returning now.
Thanks, Daryl. It's good. Good equipment should help us get down there.
Thank you for the ride. Yeah, I got this rope winch too, which will help if we find something heavy.
You got
a couple of lengths.
You've been out here on the farm for a while, Daryl?
Oh, this property's been the family way back.
Oh, fantastic. You got a big family staying with you out here? Or?
Oh, it's just me now. It's just me.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Me and Miss Bell, who's won several prizes in the county and state fair.
Oh, Miss Bell.
Yeah, the Holstein. You saw her. She's beauty.
Fantastic.
I'm right now the only Wiggins in these parts. Won't be that way forever. So so I don't get, I being by myself, I spend most of my time on the part of the farm that makes some money, not back here in the hollers. But let's I'm gonna tie this rope off to this.
Here, I'll help you. Get this here. If there's enough for two distant points, that might be good. We could send
two down at once.
Tie nearby, say within 10 feet.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple sugar maples. It's a red maple. Yeah.
I'm just thinking redundancy in climbing is good. We don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, so to speak.
You ever see a hole like this before, Bubba?
He's dumbfounded.
I guess he ain't never. I ain't never.
I think Bubba should stay up top, and he can practically raise and lower people all by himself.
That's true. He's a big fella.
Of course, he did bring the winch.
Yeah.
Why don't we make some loops in the rope, and then we can put our foot in the loop and hold on to the rope and get lowered down.
Well, that sounds clever. You're right. Since Bubba's a big feller, maybe he should stay up to haul. And you and I will descend first, since it's my place, and you're a feller.
Yeah, I'll happily I go down too.
Well, we was thinking, since you're a
big, strong fella.
Yeah, I can stay up top initially. Make sure you guys get down there.
Probably climb up and down the rope without the winch. All right, well, let me go down first and make sure everything is secure down there and there's nothing treacherous, and then you can come down. I guess Patricia's insisting on coming down. How about you, Miss Lee?
Oh, I don't think any ladies should be going down in this hole.
Well, they're arguing with me. Ladies nowadays are modern women.
I'll be going down, Mr. Wiggins, but I'm more than happy to let someone lead the way.
Now, Miss Patty, if anything should happen to you after what happened to your brother, think of your poor folks.
Sorry, what was that?
If something should happen to you after what happened to your brother, think of your poor folks.
I know, but I need to. I'm the only one that truly knows Danny, Mr. Wiggins. If you all might miss something, I need to go down there.
Well, if we find a 8-year-old skeleton that's 10 years old, it'll be as good a guess as any.
It was the universe that led Patricia here.
Oh.
She needs to go down in order to complete her journey.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. I see what you mean, Mr. Klein, about modern. Let's think it this way. Mr. Klein and I'll go down first and make sure there are no hazards. And then you can
all right.
Consider.
That's agreeable.
And actually, Bubba, so we can climb free. You can lower a lantern as we go, so we have both hands, and then we'll untie it. If there's a turn, it sounded when you dropped the rock like there were turns.
All right. So it sounds like Thomas and Daryl are going to go first. Bubba's going to lower a lantern along with you as you're going down. And Patricia and Sue are going to be ready to jump on those lines and descend in a minute. Does that sound about right?
That sounds right.
Correct.
All right. So since you are using the rope to help you, I would like Thomas and Daryl to each give me a climb roll with a bonus die, please.
Successful on the first one with 20. That's a hard. The second would not be successful.
Neither of mine was successful, but I'll spend the 5 luck points to not fall.
Awesome. All right. As you guys begin to descend, you get past a few limbs that are sticking out, and these limbs are not as Mr. Wiggins was surmising that they should be. They're not dry and brittle. These are green and pliable and strong and firm. I mean, they have some firmness to them. So it's they actually kind of help when you're kind of descending. You can get some feet on them and steady yourself, and then kind of clamber down past them and even hold on to them. And they seem to be pretty firm and assist even a little in your descent. You get past that first layer of some limbs, and as you guys get down there, and Bubba's feeding this lantern that's just kind of coming down with you. You get into an area and you see 2 holes in the sides of the tunnel, and they seem to be just these like little burrowing tunnel holes that are angling off and branch. They branch off and they descend at a little bit of an angle, so they're not completely flat and horizontal and perpendicular to the hole, but they have a little bit of a decline to them, and they're fairly small. Let me just double check something real quick. So Thomas, you are a stout and sturdy young man. You've got some muscular build to you. The holes that you can see, there's 2 of them, one a little closer to you, one a little bit further down. They seem to be of a diameter that you're not very comfortable with in trying to get in there. You look like you might get stuck.
About a foot across, maybe, or a foot and a half.
But Daryl, you're more of a little bit of a you're closer on the wiry frame kind of build.
Called wiry. I'm not a small man, but
and while it would be a snug fit, you feel like it is something that you could probably navigate, but it would be tight.
Yeah, I sure wouldn't want to get stuck.
What do you make of this? Is this these little
and of course the hole keeps going down into darkness.
Okay. So this is not a wide juncture. It's 2.
It's not a wide juncture. It's 2 branches off, and the hole itself does still go down.
And the main hole is is it narrowing as it goes, or it's still some 15 feet apart?
It is still maintaining a 15-foot diameter.
Mr. Wiggins, I'm not a country man. I don't know much about what goes on out here, but how big do worms get? I mean, holy crap. What do you make of these two holes on the side? It's like little holes going off of this big hole?
I don't figure any of this. I haven't seen its leg. I'll tell you though, if it were something like a worm or somebody were out here digging secret, then all the roots would be cut.
Yeah.
But the roots are fine.
GM,
So
is there like moisture in the air?
Doesn't seems pretty normal. You can give me a natural world roll if you'd
I'm
like.
just thinking if there's a lot of moisture in the air coming up out of this hole. I keep looking for my paper.
I printed it out.
No.
If there's moisture, it doesn't seem like there's enough to have caused any kind of erosion like this.
Well, I was more thinking of why the roots are still green. They haven't dried out.
Yeah, just has to be. It has to be. The whole thing has to be brand new. I'd like to poke the lantern into one of these side channels.
Okay.
We haven't reached any kind of landing yet. Right?
No kind of landing. There's still some limbs that are poking out of the walls, so you can maybe steady your feet on a couple of limbs, but you're still kind of holding on to the rope and dangling in a deep dark hole. You poke the lantern into one of the holes. Daryl, why don't you give me a spot hidden? It's going to be really difficult. I'm going to say it's going to be hard to see anything in here.
Yeah, I'm afraid I see very little. 78 little.
Yeah, you can tell that the hole has a curve in it, so it seems to go down, and then maybe it begins to like low. But then with that curve, you lose visibility of anything beyond that.
Mr. Klein, it seems the shape of this reminds me of a tree, but inside out.
Tree inside out. Interesting idea.
I mean, if there had been a tree here,
was there?
There can't have been. There's roots coming out. The rocks that are on the side of the main channel, there are stones in the soil. They're not broken, are they?
They are not broken.
Rounded off, kind of like the roots. So that also gives us hand and footholds, but it can't have been dug. It can't have been blasted.
Not blasted for sure. It's too close to smooth.
And how far below the surface are we now with these channels?
Yeah, you're probably about 40 to 50 feet below the surface now. You've been crawling. You climbed for a while. Ladies.
We can barely hear them if we call back and forth.
Ladies, do you guys want to... The gentlemen have descended into the darkness. Drink. Is this... Do you guys want to jump on those lines and descend as well?
I'll give a courtesy call out. Do you see anything down there?
And you guys can
descending.
Hear. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of hole.
What do you think, Sue?
I can help lower them down.
Yeah.
Also, and I'll be the last one down, just so I can stabilize the rope for it.
Yes, I feel like we should all go down together, the three of us. And Patricia, I think that you should have this, and I'll hand her back that rock. Like, do you feel that sensation to go down?
Yes, let's go.
We should all make this journey together, Bubba.
The energy.
No one should be left behind. Let us all go down.
No one left behind. I like that. Has a good ring to it. All right, I'll stay up, go down last to make sure I'll steady the ropes for you guys.
Okay. All right. So as you begin, Patricia and Sue, as you guys begin to make your descent, each of you, please give me a climb roll with a bonus die since you're using rope to help you.
Ooh, thank goodness for bonus dice.
Hard success.
41 is a pass, regular.
Hard success.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, you guys are coming down the ropes. Thomas and Daryl, you guys can feel the ropes kind of moving above you. And soon enough, you start seeing Patricia and Sue descending down above you.
Blamed fool women.
I thought you were going to wait until we got down here and checked it.
Didn't seem like you were in any danger.
Well, we don't know that we're in danger or not. We could still fall. We don't know where the bottom of this hole is.
That's why you're lower than we are. You're first.
So these holes in the side, Keeper.
Yes.
I'm rather small.
Yes.
Size of 45. Do I fit in them?
You look like you could wiggle through there very easily.
Based on that, I assume we're all continuing our respective descents.
I mean, what if we reach the end of the rope and there's still farther to go?
Climb back up, but I feel as though I must see what is behind the earth, what is down these channels. Something wants to show me something.
And Patricia, you also feel like you could easily wiggle your way through either of these holes. So there's two of them. Mm-hmm. One's slightly above the other. One's on this wall. One's on the other wall. And both of them have that slight downward angle to them. So
I have to. Danny could be in one of these holes. I have to go.
Darling, if you go in there, we can't get you out if you get in trouble.
I mean, I have a rope. You can always pull me back, Thomas. You don't understand. You don't know what it's like to lose someone and to have people blame you for their disappearance. I have to know.
I'm afraid I must insist that you don't go in that hole.
Your concerns have been noted, and I'm moving toward the hole.
All right.
I will move towards the other one.
Okay. So who wants to take what we'll call the higher hole, and who wants to go for the slightly lower hole?
I'll go for the lower hole.
All right, Patricia's going lower, so Sue, you'll go higher. All right, and as you guys kind of get off the ropes, and now you're in these tunnels, you guys can start kind of crawling down those. And now Bubba begins to descend. So Bubba, give me a climb roll with the oh my goodness, with the bonus die since you are using rope.
Okay, I really need this bonus die roll now. Oh my God, I'm having trouble.
Okay, how much trouble?
Missed by 30.
Okay, so are you going to spend any luck?
30. I'll take longer. I'll be happy just going longer.
Okay.
I'll struggle.
That's fine. So coincidentally, you won't be taking longer. You're actually going to go down the hole faster than anyone since you have now fallen.
Oh no!
But Patricia and Sue, they get into the holes, into the side tunnels first, and so they're crawling in. And then as they're crawling in, you guys hear Bubba go, "Oh!" as he makes noise, and he plummets and flashes down past Thomas and Daryl. I would like Bubba to make a brawling roll as he passes by the men.
Okay, standard success.
Standard success. I need both Thomas and Daryl to make dodge rolls to avoid being accidentally struck by one of Bubba's flailing arms and legs as he comes falling past.
88.
Told him to stay up there.
He's going to cronk me as he goes by.
Yeah, I got a 54, which is also not successful.
Okay. So you guys do get hit. So I'll let you make luck rolls to see if you can hold on to your ropes.
Oh, shit.
Just 56 on 60.
Nope. All right. So, Bubba, as you're tumbling down, you strike Thomas Klein, and he gets dislodged from his rope, and both of you start to fall. We'll get back to the falling men in just a second. As the camera goes back, and let's follow Patricia. No, let's follow Sue. She's in the higher hole. So, Sue, you're crawling through this hole, and I assume you've got a flashlight with you. And so soon the hole kind of opens up, and you're in some kind of like underground cavity. And this cavity, there's a large open space, but it's really narrow. There's a large open narrow space, and to your right, it's just earthen wall. And this large cavity, it does have a slight tilt to it. So, you're not just like crawling out of the hole and then just plummeting. There's a tilt to it. And so the left-hand side, the side that is, leaning, and so you're able to like hang on to that, it seems to be a giant wall of honeycombs. And each honeycomb is probably about 3 feet across for each hex, honeycomb hex. And so you're coming, and so now there's all these natural hand and footholds, and because it's got a lean to it, gravity is holding you down on them, and so you're not sliding, you're not falling, because you can just naturally with your fingers and toes hold on to these honeycomb edges. And you see there are a bunch of them that are open. And so there's just a pocket, like a honeycomb pocket. But some of the honeycombs, and some of them are fairly close to you, they seem to almost have like a white membrane, almost like a white cottony membrane over the top, sealing those honeycombs. And there are several that are covered and several that are open. There are 2 that are open right in front of your face, and so you can easily look in here. And when you look inside each of the open honeycombs, you see like this little nest, and you see these black and yellow bodies just kind of laying on top of each other and curled up in there. And you see basically giant wasps, and they're all dormant and laying together on top of each other. And it looks like there's 3 to 5, hard to get a head count, in each of the open honeycombs that you're coming across. You see these nesting and sleeping wasps that are in there.
I'm going to back away very slowly.
Okay.
Back towards the main entrance.
Okay. So you want to crawl back up and out?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a luck roll, please.
Well, a 98 is what we call really bad.
That is a really, really bad luck roll. So as you are ascending and trying to get back out into the exit, one of your feet, instead of like gingerly getting your toes on the edge of an open honeycomb, one of your feet actually kind of slips and kicks into that open honeycomb, and you can feel it kind of crush and squish some of that carapace that's on these wasps, and you feel it starting to wiggle and move, and you hear the beat of wings starting to flutter and buzz at your feet.
It is time to go faster.
All right. So you start crawling to try and get out faster. At the same time as Sue is doing that, Patricia is descending into the lower one. And Patricia, you also kind of go down this tunnel, and then it kind of levels out. And then when it kind of gets into this large void, it's a fairly narrow void. It's tipping, but for you, it's tipping the opposite way. And one side is all earthen, but one side is all these honeycombs. And you can tell in yours that the void goes down, like you could descend, on this, because you can basically crawl across the surface of this honeycomb because of the void that's in there. And some of the honeycomb squares are open, and you also see, dormant wasps, giant wasps are in there sleeping. And then some of the honeycombs have this white cottony seal over them. And it looks like it's just like a fibrous, soft fibrous cover.
Do I need to make a sand check for all this?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that for both you and Sue. Let's go ahead and have a sand roll for that.
Well, an 04 was better than the 98. So
that's awesome.
Oh no, that's a 75. Nope.
Okay. Well, Sue, you will lose 0. With that 75, why don't you roll a D2?
Okay. Just 1.
All right. Yeah, you lose 1. It's a little unnerving to see this.
I'm gonna back away. I don't like the void is in my mind, but for now I'm going to back away. Okay.
All right. So give me a luck roll as you try and crawl out.
No. That's an 88. No.
You also stick a foot into and kind of kick and crush some wasps, and so that you hear them and feel them starting to buzz and get agitated. And so you begin to kind of crawl out.
Yes.
All right. All right. So as you guys are kind of coming out of the holes, we'll go back to the men who are falling. So Bubba was unfortunate enough to fall, and he's taken Thomas with him. I need each of you men to please give me a sand roll. Thomas, you're on mute.
I just said on the way down toward death. I keep looking for a piece of paper next to me.
Fail.
Yeah, fail.
All right. With a failed roll, each of you please roll a D3.
D3. Yay. Uno.
Yeah, a 2.
Okay. And I need each of you to now please give me a dex roll.
Oh, come on. I'm just not.
90.
65.
Is that a good dex roll for you?
No, that's a miss by 15.
Okay. Does anybody want to adjust their dex roll?
That's too much.
15. Jeez. No, we're going to go for it.
I'd have to do 35.
You gonna go for it and not spend the luck? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I will not spend the luck.
All right. So both of you men are falling, and it's one of those falls where you're like, you scream, and then you almost have to like inhale again to start screaming again. But as you take that inhale and you're getting ready to scream again, your bodies start slapping into a bunch of roots that are sticking out. And these roots, it's really, really dense, and it is actually stopping your fall. But unfortunately, with a failed dex roll, each of you successfully, your fall has been retarded and stopped. You are no longer falling, but that's because each of you fell in such a way that a root came up and jabbed you and stabbed you. So you've both been impaled by a root limb. I need each of you to roll a d6 and take that much damage.
Oh, no. Oh,
Really
of course.
but I only got a 2.
6.
How does that for you damage-wise? Is that going to be counted as, is that more than half of your hit points?
No, it is just under half my hit points.
Then, okay, it is
I'm
not
a big guy.
Yeah, you're a big guy. So it's not a potentially mortal wound. But yeah, so you guys got poked by these limbs, and your fall has stopped. You are now basically cradled in this network of roots. But you're down in the hole pretty deep. It's dark all around you. And you can even see that the tail end of the ropes that y'all had dropped in, they are also kind of looping and tangled in these limbs. So the ropes don't descend past this network of limbs, and there's not really a lot of rope remaining to go past these limbs.
We're still hanging in the void, though, right? With the
you're hanging in the void. Yep, the ropes are nearby. And there's just barely any light down here for you guys. Each of you, please give me a spot hidden.
All right. Hey, I did. Oh, wait, no. I have to roll a penalty die because I got a bad eye.
That's true. You do have a bad eye.
All right, so 48.
Stu's blind in one eye.
I'll spend
28.
I'll spend 7 points to pass.
Okay.
Succeed twice. Even
All
with
right.
the penalty die.
So you guys are able to see the little white light, the dot up above you, and you're able to see a little bit of the rope fibers kind of reflecting some of the light. You see a little bit of the light reflecting on each other. But as you look down, you also see a little bit of yellow light down below you.
Is that the lantern that we dropped?
No. There's just a hint of yellow light down there.
Yeah, but how far down? Another 1,000 feet?
No, it doesn't look that far. Maybe like 20 feet.
Does it look flickering then, or does it look steady?
It's just a steady yellow light down there.
Just 20 feet, though.
Just 20 feet.
How the hell are we going to get out, though? How far up it is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're down pretty deep.
Nobody's even going to know we're down here, thanks to everybody coming down the hole.
Yeah, in hindsight, that might not have been the best idea.
Why you should have stayed out there. Right.
Daryl, the women are starting to come out of those side holes.
Oh, yeah?
And the men have fallen. What do you do?
Girls, you shouldn't have come down here in the first place. Get up top. Them idiots fell in the pit, and we got to tie the ropes together to get them out. Get up top, quick.
We need to talk about what's in these holes, Mr. Wiggins.
You find your brother?
No, I don't know that I can properly describe what I've found.
Pirate gold?
I don't know.
I am not stopping for conversation.
Okay. So are you going to climb up or get onto the rope and climb down?
I'm climbing up.
Okay. Patricia?
Yeah, I'll climb up too. Yeah.
Okay. Daryl, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna holler down to the fallen. I hear down there, right? You're alive.
We're alive. Dubois is injured.
Idiot told you to climb down the rope. You're as big as a goddamn hippopotamus.
Well, it worked fine before. I think it's time to climb out. Is there a way to get that rope down here farther?
I'm gonna have to go up top and make some adjustments.
We think there's about 20 more feet to go before we get to the ground down here. We're hanging in tree roots right now. We could end up slipping and falling another 20 feet.
So there's a bottom down there.
I think so. Yeah, I think we can see it. I think it might be an idea to get down to the bottom and then worry about our rescue. You go up.
Yeah, I'm going to go up and fix for a longer rope and better light.
Once we get down, I got to see if I can staunch the bleeding on Mr. Dubois. He's got pretty badly injured.
All right, Patricia and Sue, I need climb rolls from you guys, please. Bonus dice since you're using rope.
Oh, an O2, yes.
Oh, like a monkey
I got a 5.
At that. Both of you. Fear will motivate you to climb quite well. So you guys are scrambling up these ropes. Daryl, you're watching him descend upward, or pull away from you upward, and you start to hear a buzzing sound. Patricia, give me a SAN roll, please.
Pass.
This sounds exactly like the buzzing from when your brother was abducted. Mm-hmm. And it scares the bejesus out of you as suddenly out of those two holes, a torrential flood of black and yellow is streaming out of it. And these huge wasps are flying out and ascending upward. Hold on just for a second. So as these things come out and are just, zoom, 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 and flying upward out to those little side tunnels that they were in. Daryl, for seeing the wasps, please make a SAN roll.
How big are these critters?
They are probably 3 feet from head to tip, from head to tail tip.
I'm just shy on sanity. How much does it hurt?
And you're seeing a lot of them. So to see this many, and they are awake and flying around.
Yeah.
With a failed roll, roll a d6.
Look at blue, boys. That's a 4. Not a lot of room left. I think
now the wasps are above you, and so they are, Daryl. They're streaming out of the hole and they're going upward. Yeah. So they're not coming down towards you. You're just seeing this happen. But as they're flying upward, and they kind of, there's so many of them. They're just like bouncing against the walls as they're streaming upwards.
Right.
And so Sue and Patricia, I need each of you to make a dodge roll.
Oh dear, that's bad.
Just barely passed. Just barely passed.
Hold on, let me do some calculations here. How much luck do I
Bring
have
out the
spend?
slide rule.
This is
Ask the universe to save you.
So if I spend 56 luck.
What?
Well, you tell me.
Yep, I want to live.
56 luck?
Oh god, 56 luck, yeah.
It's a fantastic amount to be spent. I love it.
Oh god. So bad.
All right. Sue spends her 56 luck and she holds on to her rope, even though the things are buffeting her quite vigorously. But all these wasps were in a fury to escape and fly out and get into the open air. And so in a matter of seconds, all of the wasps have flown out, and they've gone out the top of the hole before Patricia and Sue could make it out there. So Patricia and Sue, do you guys want to continue to climb and go out of the hole?
As a stream of giant wasps stopped, yeah.
The stream is gone. They're now out of the hole, and they're somewhere outside.
Sue, that was the noise. That was the noise when Danny was taken. I don't.
So he did lead you here.
Yes.
This is where he was brought.
You knew that. You're the psychic. Is everyone okay down there?
Yeah.
Define your terms, Miss Patty.
Alive?
So far.
Oh, Jesus. We need to get everybody. He sounds like he's really hurt. We need to get everybody back up there.
How about now, Patricia? Will you marry me?
Not the time. All right, I'm going to go up. I'm trying to get everyone up.
Oh,
All right.
Thomas, here, can you try to apply some pressure to this?
Let me try to fix you up.
So I figure since I ain't going up above ground where them giant yeller jackets are, I'm going to cut off the rope with my Bowie knife around this level and make a splice so I can lower myself further down with a solid rope and help hitch the boys up because they ain't sound so good.
So you're cutting the rope?
So there's two ropes coming down.
There are two ropes. Yep.
So if I cut off one, I'm about 20 feet below them holes, I figure.
Okay.
And they were somewhere way down there.
Yeah.
So if I cut the rope and splice it in, then I got a lot more rope to knot up and go down and for them to climb up because I think they're hurt.
Okay. So how's the first aid?
Fail.
Okay.
I hear Bubba scream something terrible.
Yeah, he's screaming something terrible. Daryl, you cut one of the ropes and you continued to descend the other one. Mm-hmm. Patricia and Sue both continued to climb up to the top. I know Patricia did. I guess I'm asking out.
Did we get down to the bottom?
Patricia and Sue are going up.
Right.
Daryl's coming down.
Right.
And Bubba and Thomas are already pretty far down.
Still in the roots, though.
Huh?
Still in the roots, though.
Yeah, they're still in the roots. So Daryl, you are descending, and it doesn't take long, maybe 5 minutes or so, and finally you start seeing more and more roots coming out of the walls, and many of these are kind of snapped and broken, pointing down. And sure enough, you can see the two men. They're skewered through their arms and legs and stuff, but they're in that tangle of roots down there. Yeah. So I'll let you get down there. At the same time, Patricia and Sue, you guys get to the top and ascend and get an exit out of the hole. Yes?
Cautiously, but yes. I'm like looking around.
Okay. You can give me a spot hidden.
Let me see. Yes, normal success.
Turns out I'm fresh out of luck to spend on things, so that's a fail.
So Patricia, you do see kind of over some nearby trees and kind of just past the hill, you see like this dark cloud that's kind of swarming and moving around, and it seems to be coming back and coming closer to you and the hole. And you hear that distinct buzzing sound.
Coming back. Sue, it's coming back. It's coming back. They're coming back.
I'm going to make a mad sprint to try to get inside the truck.
Yeah, I'm scrambling up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys are running for the truck. Each of you, please give me a dex roll.
Yes, pass.
Well.
Well.
An 86.
All right. Patricia, you run like the devil, and you get into and slam yourself into the truck just as some of the wasps kind of start diving down into your area. So, Sue, you can dodge or fight back as these wasps are zipping into your area.
Gotta try to dodge. No, at 79.
Yeah, so you are right at the truck and hand on the handle, and one of the wasps, it was coming at you, and you went, oh my God, and you ducked like right by the truck door, and it was too high, and it smashes through the driver's window, and it lands into the cab of this vehicle with Patricia. It dies on impact, though, so you can see there's basically green bug guts all on the inside of the front dash of the car as the creature was pulverized going through that windshield, that side door window. And the buzzing is even louder now, since now there's an open window. Patricia,
I will take refuge under the truck.
Okay. Patricia.
Oh gosh, I'm like getting down in like on the floorboards if I can, but I'm like freaking out.
Okay. You're gonna try and contort your body under there.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a dex roll.
Oh, it's a pass. Normal success.
And you do see spikes on the end of their tails. They do have stingers on them. Okay, normal success. So you contort yourself into the floorboards, and Sue, you get under the truck, and you guys hear the swarm is just kind of buzzing around and flying around this vehicle. So we'll take the camera back down into the hole as Daryl has reached the two men who have been skewered by roots.
We're hooked up. We can't seem to.
Do we have? Is there a lantern left?
Yes.
I think there were two that were lowered. So
Yep. You have a lantern.
Yeah. First thing is that I've got to first try to attempt first aid on these idiots.
Well, I'm fine. I just got scratched up.
All right. If you
It's just
feel
my
all right.
clothes.
Bubba definitely needs help.
Ooh, that's a 43 for 45. Bubba's lucky. And I Bowie knife some clothing off and pry some flesh away and wrap it up so that
Bubba, you regain 1 hit point.
Oh, thank you, Daryl.
I don't know if you fellas saw down here, but we're in Satan's own hornet nest, and the girls. Sorry, Mr. Klein. The girls frighted them wasps, and they all flung up. So I think I think we should look for a way out down here, maybe another channel where there won't be a swarm waiting for us to sting us to death. Because those monsters, I mean, one sting would kill a person.
I honestly don't know anything about wasps. That's your purview, Mr. Wiggins. You're a country boy.
Yeah. They're like bees, except useless and evil, and nothing for them except fire.
Yeah, wasps don't get that big. You've got to be exaggerating.
Do we have anything that
you didn't hear that? They made this hole.
Heard it.
Dear Lord.
Figure if a wasp nest could be this big, what size of wasps are?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I assume that the light below is evident?
Yes, there is a dim yellow light about 20 feet below you.
Maybe there's another way out.
We can tie off. I've extended the rope by attaching this bit to the bottom of the last. We can tie off on a couple of strong roots here, make some more knots for easy climbing because Bubba's leg's not so good, and get down there and see if there's a way out that doesn't have a million angry hornets.
All right. So you guys extend the rope and you get it to dangle down there. Each of you give me a spot hidden again, please.
Right. And that's with
also failure.
Oh, that time I got it.
Phooey, that's right. So with penalty, I failed.
I got a hard.
Thomas. So Daryl gets that rope extended, gets some knots in it for easy climbing, gets it dangled down towards that, where you think that yellow light source might be. And your eyes have had time to adjust in this darkness. And as you're peering down there, you can tell that the yellow that you're seeing is a reflection off of stone, like milled, hard stone. And now your eyes are able to tell that you have a bird's eye view. You're looking down upon what looks like a Gothic archway. So it comes to a point, and there's like a platform that extends out and over out into the spacing of the hole, but it doesn't extend all the way across. It just looks like it's a little platform that extends about 5 feet over the gap of the hole here, and you can see some kind of dark. It looks like a rippling surface down there that this platform is above, and it looks like there's some kind of constructed archway with a platform, and that stone flooring is reflecting some soft yellow light. But it looks like Daryl's rope is dangling down to where you can descend this rope and just put your feet right on that platform and be at the head of that Gothic archway.
Do you see this down there? It looks almost like you're looking like in the inside of a church. It's like we're looking at the ancient civilization of Atlantis. buried under the ground in Massachusetts.
So deep under the ground. Like what you must be we must be close to 100 feet under the surface.
Do you think we can? Must be like 1,000 feet from when we fell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We fell and we could catch our breath and scream again on the way down.
That may have been an exaggeration.
You think we can swing over and get on that ledge?
I'm
Maybe there's stairs.
I'm okay to kind of get around a little bit. Sure, let's give that a whirl.
All right, let's see if we can get over to that ledge.
Here, Bubba, have a little bit of medicine to help.
Oh, God bless you, Daryl.
All right. The descent is very easy to make from here, and you are able to get down and get right down to that platform. While the men are doing that, ladies, Patricia, give me a spot hidden, please. And Sue, you won't have to do a spot hidden. You'll be able to see this easily.
That's a failure.
All right. So the buzzing sounds seem to be going away. And Sue, from your position under the truck, you can see that the swarm is like going back to the hole, and they're like landing on the ground, and then they're like just kind of on their little legs, they're just kind of crawling and going into the hole, and some are just flying into the hole. But it looks like the swarm is their agitation is probably diminishing, and so they're kind of returning into the hole and going back into their nests.
All right, I'm rolling back from underneath the car and standing up.
Okay.
Sue, are they gone?
They're going back inside.
What do we do? We need to help the others. And they have my brother.
You just let them all go. Some of them are walking in. They're like all around currently. They're marching down. They're not. Some of them flew down, but some of them are still walking. So we gotta wait.
All right.
Are you okay, darling?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yeah. One of them almost got me.
Yeah, look at it. It's in the car. I can't even look at it. This is so upsetting.
I'll walk around and open the side of the door that Patricia's on, and get her out of the car and kind of give her like a side hug, like over her shoulder.
Thank you, Sue. You've just been with me through all of this, and your kindness, and you're just such a good person. Thank you.
Once these wasps are out of the way, we can go down there and find your brother.
Yeah. I've gotta find Danny. Giant wasps? What is this?
I'm not sure. Have to.
Oh, I don't even want to look at it. But what could it even be? That I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, the world is full of mysterious things. Whatever psychic influence has allowed your brother to contact you, could have helped these wasps grow larger than normal.
Yeah, that buzzing. I swear it was the exact same buzzing. And then I was knocked out, and they took Danny. Oh, and it's like this old scar. Okay. Look, are they gone yet?
It seems like all the wasps are now gone.
What do we do? I'm going to cautiously creep up back to the hole, like slowly.
Okay. Yeah, you look in and it's just darkness. You don't see any of the wasps.
Are you all okay down there?
And you can hear Patricia kind of calling out to you. The nice thing about the hole is it helps echo all that sound, so it's easy to communicate to each other.
We're managing. I don't know how the hell we're going to get out of this hole. You guys need to go get some help.
You sure you want to tell them giant bugs we're here?
We need to get... It sounded like somebody was hurt. We need to get you out of there.
Tell your friend Lee to go back to the city and shut her dang mouth.
That's not going to help you get out of the situation.
Get the fire brigade.
We're looking for a tunnel, and we'll signal you if we find something, but stay out of the way of the wasps.
Tell them we fell down a hole.
You think those two could even find their way back to the...
I don't know. I have to rethink my whole life choice at this point.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, brother, that lady seems like she's a pint short.
You know, I put up with the whole Sue Lee thing, but holy crap.
You know, I remember when when little Danny got lost, people did blame Patty because she was supposed to be watching the boy. So I can see why she's got a bee in her bonnet.
A bee in her bonnet. Kids get lost all the time in the woods. It happens. It's like, Jesus Christ, get over it. It's been years.
Yeah. I mean, we need to press on. This we have no idea how much longer we have before they start rustling around again.
Well,
if there's wasps, there's a queen somewhere, and I don't want to meet her.
Is there a
this
way
building
down?
Looked like it made by human hands? Or is it like wasps imitating something they saw? Or what?
The stonework looks milled and shaped and built by design. Intelligent design.
My farm is on top of some ancient church. I'm going to be as rich as Croesus if I don't get stung to death.
Have to fire them out, burn them out. That would probably do it, but we're in no position to do that right now.
Well, we just need to get our own asses out of here before you bleed out.
Can I do a history roll to see if I actually recognize the architecture?
Sure.
Ooh, 39. What is 39? That is almost, it's a regular.
Other than the pointed archway, and the arch itself is about 15 feet tall. Okay. So it's quite larger than a man. Other than it having a pointed top, so it has that Gothic look, it does not reflect any known architecture that you can think of from history.
Okay. Well, I mean, it looks kind of Gothic, but it might just be a matter of strength for holding up the rock above it. Is there a way we can shimmy down or get down to the ground level?
So yes, so the rope is down there, and you guys can go down the rope and without issue, and you can be standing on that platform.
And is this gold?
It is not gold. It's a black stone, but it's very reflective. As you guys get down and you're standing on the platform is 12 feet wide. The corridor is 15 feet tall, or the archway is 15 feet tall, and you're looking into a corridor. And that corridor runs straight and level deep in. And you can see there's like a yellowish light down the corridor a ways. And as you guys are kind of starting to walk in, and then you do notice that the platform, when you landed on the platform of the archway, the bottom of the hole was right there, just below, like 5 feet below the platform, and it's some kind of dark sludge, and it just has like a rippled surface, and it's not moving or shifting or anything. It just has this like rippled surface, sludgy. And it's sludgy, and it's so dark it almost absorbs light when you try and like look at it. And then as you guys are starting to go into, right there at the very opening of this corridor, you can see on the walls on either side, left and right hand side, there's a ribbon of bas reliefs set into the walls on either side, and the ribbon of reliefs are from about 3 feet off the ground to about 7 feet above. So it's like a 4 foot wide ribbon of bas reliefs on both left and right, and pictograms. So there's these pictures and stuff in the bas relief. If you guys wanted to, try and look at those.
What do they look like?
Well, for the bas reliefs, I need, where'd it go? Idea rolls. I'm looking for hard successes on idea rolls.
99.
Oh, I'm not the brightest man, but I have a hard success.
Regular.
25.
All right.
I'm good with pictures.
You are good with pictures. So as you're kind of looking at these images, you're kind of like transcribing them, and you're kind of vocalizing it as you're talking out loud, as you're doing this. Mm-hmm. And so you're like looking at these pictures and you're saying, well, that's strange. These pictures seem to be telling a story about a race of aliens, outer space aliens that have come to the earth millions of years ago. And they created these nurseries to house their young, and how the young are like, these egg sacs are kept in cold, dark areas, but then have the ability to start warming up when they're ready. And so as you're describing this, and you're the three of you are getting this weird story, I need the three of you to each make a sand roll.
16. That's the best I've done all game.
All right. If you make your sand roll, lose 1. If you fail your sand roll, lose a D4. Ladies, you are at the top of the hole. The wasps have returned to their nests. Bubba's Studebaker, it's not a truck, it's a Studebaker, has a broken window from the bug that crashed in, and of course the front driving area and the front dash is coated in green bug juice with a dead wasp laying on the floorboard in there. What do you guys do?
Have we heard anything from them recently?
You heard them tell you guys, they suggested that y'all leave and try and get the fire brigade to help them out, which I guess would entail you taking Bubba's Studebaker and driving away. But
Danny's down there somewhere. They took him. And I'm thinking, if we heard them, so maybe those things have gone back to rest. And we know not to go in those tunnels anymore. But I want to know what's at the bottom of this thing. And fire brigade be damned, it'll take us too long. I'm going down. I'm going to like pull up the rope that I had used and get it all together again so that I can go back down again.
All right, well, I'll support you from up here. Make sure that you don't fall.
Okay. All right. Sue, if I don't make it back, you've been a really true friend. Thank you.
You'll make it back.
Just thank you. I'm gonna start heading down.
All right. So Patricia, you start making your descent. Go ahead and give me a climb roll with a bonus die.
Oh my God, that's 100. No. Wait. And a 1. Are you like? I wish I could show the camera. I rolled a 100 and then I rolled a 1.
All right.
I told you you'd make it back.
All right. Yeah, you just grab the rope and you've got like a glove wrapped around one hand and you've got it, like your shoe on it, and then just your other arm and leg are just out there, and it's like Cirque du Soleil as you're just sliding down this rope. But Patricia is making an amazing descent with this rope, and soon Sue, she vanishes from sight as she descends into the darkness and is going down there.
What do you see down there?
Still working on getting down there. I'm still working on it.
It takes a little time, Patricia, but eventually you get down and you see a really thick tangle of roots. Some of them are broken, and you find the area where the boys have extended the rope, and sure enough, you see that faint yellow light down there, and you can see some shadows, like the guys are still fairly close to the lip of that of whatever it is that's down there, because it took some time for you guys to review and read the history of the bas relief. So Patricia's been able to catch up in that time.
Thomas, Mr. Wiggins, Mr. Dubois, are you down here?
What the deuce? I told you to go and get help.
Sue's still up there. It's fine. I need to find out.
What do you see down there?
Maybe we could find out after we get out of this.
Well, there's the rope, Thomas. Climb the damn thing then.
Miss Patty, I'm sorry. I know you're very emotional. Will you look at Mr. Bubba's leg? Look at all of
course,
this.
of course.
Through hell. Did you see the giant bugs?
Yes, they tried to attack us. There's one in your car, Mr. Dubois. I'm very sorry. It's dead.
I've cleaned it up. It's all good. We'll get out of this.
There's one of them bugs in his car?
It's dead, but yes, it went. Oh, and it crashed through his window.
Well, you call P.T. Barnum about that. I'd dried out wasps before them. Then outside skulls last forever. That alone. All right. Well, let's not die down here.
Here, Mr. Dubois. Let me look at your wounds. Can I make a medicine roll?
You can. Thomas, give me a luck roll, please.
It's an extreme success.
Extreme success.
Yeah.
If he made his luck roll, would he break up with Patricia?
That was a pass.
Yes.
You're good to go, Thomas.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Miss Fleming.
Oh, how much do I heal up Mr. Dubois for?
1 point.
Oh, I feel a lot.
You were doing Mr. Dubois?
Yes.
Oh, he's already had that injury looked at, so he can't get anything else.
First aid, yeah.
I thought you could do medicine after first. Okay, sorry.
Oh, you did
yeah.
medicine? Well, you don't have any supplies.
That's fair. Okay,
so
then yes, I'll patch up Thomas.
You can certainly use medicine to ascertain and tell him in clear detail what's wrong with him, but you don't have a kit.
That makes sense.
I think
then
it
I'll
was
patch up Thomas.
a tree root through his calf that was the main problem.
What is all of this?
Well, as far as I figure from these pictures on the wall, which are old as all get, this ain't the only one of these nests. And as much as I want to bring people down here to nickel a pop, we gotta get all the DDT in the world in here first, and before that, we gotta get out alive.
Yeah, well, let's press on and see if this place has a.
I bet there's way out to somewheres.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this opportunity to call up Sue. There's a tunnel. It keeps going. I think we're going to follow it.
Next time your psychic friend Lee brings somebody to the middle of nowhere, tell her to bring radio equipment or semaphore or something.
I'll take it under advisement.
All right, let me know if you find anything.
I guess we're all figuring. I guess we figure wasps are deef. I don't want to get stung down here. Let's carry on.
All right. So Sue is staying at the top, and so the four of you begin going down this corridor. So you're walking down this corridor, and you can tell there's like a strange yellow, maybe slightly orange light up ahead. And you walk for a ways, and then you start seeing on the floor some weird, they look like fuzzy, plant-like tendrils, almost like they got little hairs on them. And these tendrils are yellow in color, and they are slightly bioluminescent. So they have a little bit of a yellow glow to them, but it's really, really faint. And you're seeing some of these tendrils, these plant-like tendrils, just kind of looping and piled on the floor, and to the point where you're kind of walking through them and kicking them, or sometimes you can't even avoid it. You're kind of stepping on them. They're quite firm, even under Mr. Dubois' boot. They don't seem to crush very easily at all. But you keep walking, and now there's more and more of them. And then up ahead, you see the end of the corridor, and you can see that there's a hole in the ceiling at the end of the corridor, and like a showering curtain of these yellow fuzzy plant tendrils are coming down out of that hole, and there's so many of them that they've pooled and looped, and they're just on a pile on the floor. And then that pile, as these tendrils have grown, have been extending out into the corridor where you've been walking up. So now there's just a whole mess of these yellow tendrils, and they're coming from a hole in the ceiling. A big 10-foot diameter hole in the ceiling.
I'm going to use the side of my foot to push some of that away so that I'm not walking on them.
Okay. And you can push them easily enough. I mean, they're pretty heavy, so you kind of have to shove them a bit, but you can clear a floor spot and keep walking. And sure enough, you're at this edge, and so there's brighter yellow light coming out from that ceiling, from the hole in the ceiling.
But we're not seeing anything like daylight up there.
It does not look like daylight.
And I had an aunt who kept bees, so I know what pollen looks like. And there's mushrooms on the farm. Some will look bright at night, but this doesn't look like mushrooms or pollen or nothing I've seen.
Does not.
We got any reason to think that there's a way out up there?
I don't know. We're pretty deep down.
Yeah.
I think the rope is our way out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm injured, but I'm pretty strong in the upper body. I can.
If we go
We'll
up first,
slow.
you could then tie the rope around yourself. We could haul you up.
Yeah, I can also help get up a fair amount.
And where we reach the Gothic arch, that was the end of that chamber. There was a sludge at the bottom, and there was a little bit of room, but there wasn't any tunnels outside of that for us.
No other tunnels outside of that.
It was just this channel with history in it that leads to this.
It's got a level floor, the milled walls, the Gothic ceiling until you get to the very end of this corridor, and then it has that 10-foot hole in the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stoop down and just give a nick to one of a tendril with my Bowie knife and see what it's like inside.
Yeah. So you kind of cut it, and it does have a very plant-like feel and look to it. And you cut it enough, and a viscous yellow fluid is draining out of that tendril. That ropey plant tendril.
Has it got a smell?
Yeah, I mean it's not pleasant. It has almost like a medicine smell to it.
I wonder if that's
Bitter root, not nectar. The glowing heart up in the chamber ahead. How high is it if we were clambering up?
Well, it's hard to tell because this 10-foot hole is pretty congested with all these ropey tendrils that are coming down. So you'd have to. I mean, they seem, like I said, they're firm. I mean, it seems conceivable that you could climb this up and then kind of get up and past the 10-foot hole that's above you, and maybe you could get a better look at whatever the source of the yellow light is up there.
Oh, it's pretty close. I suppose we should see what's up here before we blow it all to smithereens with TNT. Thomas, give me a handhold, and I'll get a good grip on these and pop up.
All right. Be careful.
Just to see.
All right.
Careful.
Yeah.
Anybody else going to ascend with Daryl?
We're going to wait and see what happens first.
yeah. Wait.
Okay. So Daryl, you climb up, especially with Thomas's assistance. You climb up very easily, and you get past the lip of that 10-foot opening, 10-foot hole opening. And once you get past that lip, and the lip is only 10 inches thick. Once you get past that lip, it opens up into a vertical, a cylindrical shaped and vertically cylindrical room. And this room has rounded corners at the foot and at the head of this cylinder. And so you're able to kind of back away from the ropey tendrils that are descending down into the hole. You're able to back away so you can get a good look at the ceiling of this cylinder that you're in. And the ceiling, clustered to the ceiling, it looks like a series of large globes, and these yellow globes, they have almost like a semi-translucent body to them, and you can see that each of these globes has a dark nucleus on the inside, and it seems to have like a liquid of some kind inside each of these globes, and these globes, I mean, they're just all mashed together. So it looks like it's a big cluster of these globes all kind of mashed in, so much so that you can't even count how many of them there are. but they're all kind of, smashed together and squished together and kind of growing together. And they're all, stuck to the ceiling. And these long tendrils, they're like growing out of these globes and have been probably growing for some time, that they've grown down long enough that they've grown down through the 10-foot hole opening, which those clusters of globes, and they're almost like in an inverted pyramid shape of clusters, not a perfect pyramid, but almost grapes. As if you had like grapes, exactly. And so they've got those from the yellow globes are the yellow tendrils that are descending down as you saw them pooled and kind of scattered in the corridor down below. But there they are, and the room, the chamber that you're in, this vertical cylinder of a room. I mean, it's probably 35, 40 feet tall. I mean, it's a pretty tall room. And those clustered, are way up there at the ceiling.
So it's all very awesome.
All very awesome. Why don't you give me a sand roll for seeing this?
No, that's a success. 18.
All right. Just lose one.
Just swallow some more of my understanding of the world and move on. There's nothing in here that looks like an exit.
None that you see.
Mm.
And you, because it is a cylindrical room, you can, now that you've gotten through the hole and you're standing in here, you can work your way all the way 360 around that curtain of tendrils that are going down. You can go all the way around them.
Mm-hmm. And batting at them, there's no tunnels.
Yeah, you can touch the walls. There's no tunnels or anything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no way out here. We got to go back through them hornets. If you want to see something like you ain't never seen before, it's amazing. But I think we're going to have to get the government in here to set fire to the whole thing.
Yes. Get back.
And start to crawl back down through that aperture.
And those of you who are down below, what are y'all doing before Daryl comes down? What are y'all doing?
Just waiting.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be time to go back to the rope and climb up. I'm going to wait for Daryl to get down.
Okay. And then Miss Lee, anything I should know?
Wasps haven't come back.
Miss Lee has reached Vermont.
The wasps have not come back.
All right, and still, I've heard nothing down there.
You've heard nothing from them, and nothing from the hole.
All right, well. What's going on down there? Are you okay?
All right, so Daryl, you're going to come down. So Daryl, as you kind of grab those tendrils and you're going to start descending, you hear a crack above you, and then the tendrils, several of the tendrils that are right there with your hands on, there's a almost like a clear ooze is dripping down the outer skin of the tendrils, and it's kind of coating your hands.
Sticky or slippery?
It's slippery.
Smells sweet.
It does have a sweet smell to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that will help me slide down. Something's opening up. Run for your damn lives.
All right. So
backing up.
You descend quickly from that cylindrical chamber, and as you get down there, and you guys are starting to work your way out, you hear a very loud crack from above you, coming from that chamber up above. What do y'all do?
What the hell did you do when you were in there? Is there a big, gigantic egg in there that's hatching?
I don't think they're eggs, but something might wake up. Run for your life.
Heading
Yep,
towards
we
the
better go.
rope out.
All right. So as you guys start to move, something large and heavy falls from the chamber above through the 10-foot hole, and it's falling like within that cluster of tendrils, and you can hear it heavily thump as it lands on the ground behind you, and kind of writhing out of the tendrils. You guys look back and you see a shape kind of pushing its way out of the tendrils, and it's about 4.5 feet tall, and it's covered in a glistening slime as it kind of comes out, and it's making some kind of weird noise that feels and sounds incredibly alien to you all. I need everyone down in the hole to give me a sand roll, please.
Fail, and I'm running.
Yep.
Pass.
Running fail.
Also a fail.
All right. So this thing is muling. If you failed, roll a d6. If you passed, somehow it's a 0.
3. We've taken 9 points since descending, but not all at once.
Okay. All right. And so
now, how tall is that again?
about 4 feet.
4 feet.
4 feet. Yeah.
Given that everybody else had a running start, and I find myself in the rear, I think I'm going to give it a couple of swipes with my Bowie knife.
Okay.
Because it's not of this earth. It's unnatural.
It definitely seems unnatural. You are much faster than it is, so you can attack with your Bowie knife. Everyone else is running, right? You attack, and I'm going to try and fight back.
I've only got a regular, so.
Okay. Go ahead and do your damage.
All right. D4 plus 1d4. Abomination. It's 1 and a 3, so 4 damage.
Okay. So this thing makes your knife kind of cuts into it, and it seems like it hits like a hard carapace, but you seem to have found purchase with the tip of your knife, and there's like a seam. You get into that seam, and your knife is able to plunge in, and when it does that, this creature just lets out a cry that your instincts tell you is a cry of pain, and it's loud and awful. But then at the same time, it has this weird head, if you want to call it a head. It seems to be like several appendages. There's several like large black eyeballs, and there's several other appendages that are tubular and have holes on the ends of those tubes. And some of those tubes are kind of pointing at you. Do you want to dodge or fight back?
I guess I'd slash at anything, so that's a fight back.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not successful.
I have a hard success.
I rolled an 87 for 60, so.
Okay. So one of these tubules is kind of pointing at you, and it suddenly regurgitates this like green stream of some sort of like a liquid, semi pasty liquid. It streams out at you and strikes you. and it does 9 points of damage as this corrosive acid lands on you, and it starts burning into you, doing 9 points of damage.
Yeah, I started at 14, so.
Okay. This is a very large patch of acid that's just burning through you right now. And you guys all hear Daryl screaming. All right. So, Sue, you can hear the echoes of screams coming up to you.
Will somebody tell me what the hell is going on down there?
Okay. Thomas, Patricia, and Franklin, you guys are at the rope. There's who wants to try and go first?
Patricia, you have to go up first. I've got to go back and see what's wrong with Farmer Wiggins.
I'm
Sue, get the shotgun! Get the shotgun, Sue!
I'm going back to Daryl. If he's in trouble, I'm not. Yeah, not.
All right, so Bubba and Thomas are going to go back for Daryl.
Right.
Patricia, give me a climb roll, please, with a bonus die.
Success.
All right, so you are able to climb up. You're going to get through the nest of limbs, and you'll be climbing up again. You'll do another climb roll in just a minute because of the extreme length of this thing. But Thomas and Bubba, you guys run back. Daryl, what do you want to do? You have a higher dexterity than the creature.
Oh, where is the burn?
It is on your upper left chest, and it's starting to burn down your upper left chest and down your upper left arm.
If it seems like the slime is moving and carrying the burn,
which it does. It seems like it's burning deeper in.
Yeah, so I'm going to be. I have to ignore the creature and use my hat and my clothes to try to
Get the goop off.
Yeah.
Wipe and smother that. Okay.
Yeah.
Dodge. All right. So give me a hard dex roll then.
Wow. Yeah. 77 is not 32.
Okay. Yeah. So because you were not able to wipe it off, you take an additional 6 points of damage.
So I'm
as it seems to be burning deeper into your chest cavity.
I drop like a stone, friends. Run for your lives.
All right. So Thomas and Bubba, you guys come back into this area of the corridor as you see you see Daryl fall, and you can see this creature, whatever this thing is, it's tipping forward, and it's using these wings that have extended out of the sides of its body, and it's using these wings almost like forearms to try and crawl, as the tentacle bottoms are also wiggling, and it's propelling itself forward, and the upper portion of this cylindrical body, it falls onto Daryl, and you can see these tubes extending into his open chest cavity where it's just been opened up from an acid, and these tubes are just sticking themselves into Daryl's open wound, and you can hear it slurping. You guys give me another sand roll for that.
Oh, God.
I got an 09.
No way. I got an 09. Whoa.
That's because we have purpose.
Yeah.
I'm running right up to this scene, and I'm pulling out my Webley, and I'm pointing it at the creature's head and pulling the trigger 3 times.
Okay. All right. So with this extreme close, shot, it's not fighting back. It's not doing anything because it's feeding. So your first shot is an automatic hit, and then roll your second shot with a bonus die and your third shot as a normal. So there'll be no penalty dice on this, but you definitely hit once and then roll for the other two.
The second shot I missed. Third shot I compensated and got an 02.
Okay. So your second shot, instead of it being a miss, it'll just be bare minimum damage. So whatever, if you were to roll damage for that second shot and you did the absolute worst roll possible, that's the amount of damage your second shot will do.
That would be 3.
But roll normal damage for your first shot, and then roll do for your third shot, since you did an impale, do max damage plus a roll damage.
Okay, I think I got that.
So roll damage twice.
9 on the first shot. Okay. 3 on the second. That's bare minimum.
Okay.
And you said max on the third?
Max on the third plus a roll.
Okay, well, max is 1d10 plus 2, so that's 12.
Okay, 12 on the third plus
7.
So what's all that added together?
I forgot.
It's a lot.
At least 12. Yeah, it's at least.
Yeah. So exactly what you think happens is what happens. Thomas, you run up to this thing and you just stick the Webley right into that cluster of organs at the top end.
Yeah.
And you pull that trigger, and in fact, you can even see little explosions happening on the inside of its body, and its carapace body is cracking and breaking, and you see more dark ooze, cracking and flowing out of this thing. Mr. Dubois, give me a listen roll, please.
66 is a listen. Oh, fail. Sorry.
Okay. And so, yeah, you're focused on this as Thomas is just executing the creature that's feeding on Daryl.
Yeah, my intent was to rush over and try to fight the creature off while it was attacking Daryl. So
we need to push it off of Daryl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be with Thomas right now.
Okay.
And I pulled out my I've got a blackjack that I've had tucked away, so that's out and ready right now.
Okay, great. Yeah. So you guys are doing that, and so you failed your listen roll, and then Thomas, you were just totally intent on your focused on your target thing there. So you guys didn't hear, but now you look up and you see 2 more of those things are pushing themselves out of the forest of tentacles.
We gotta go, Thomas.
And they're starting to come y'all's way, and they're mewling and making weird sounds as they seem to be hungry little babies.
Grab Daryl's left arm. I'll grab his right arm. We got to pull him with us.
Okay. So Thomas, you grab the left arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Grabbing the left arm, enough acid damage has now occurred that you just pull it free from its corpse.
Oh!
So make another sand roll for doing that.
96.
Okay. For fumbling your sand roll, you will lose the maximum amount of 3.
Okay.
All right. So these things are starting to, push and try and come down the corridor towards you. But we'll go back to Patricia. Patricia, you have climbed up past the tentacles, and you were starting to climb, or the tentacles, the root network, and you were starting to climb up above that. And you started hearing gunfire down below you. In fact, you kind of even took a peek, and you can see that white lightning burst with each of the gunshots kind of illuminating out from the corridor that they're in. Give me a climb roll as you're doing that.
Regular success.
Okay. And Miss Lee has been calling down to you. What's been going on? What do you see?
Get the shotgun, for God's sake, Sue! Get the shotgun!
What is going on?
Monsters, get the shotgun!
The universe says, get the shotgun!
Well, instead of getting the shotgun, I cut the rope.
You bitch.
Okay. Patricia, give me a dex roll, please.
40. That's a regular success. That's a hard success.
Okay. So you fall and you are able to grab the network of roots and stop your fall by grabbing onto that. But as you do that, the rope is just like coiling and coiling and coiling. And then eventually it just, and it all lumps down right there next to you. It's also caught in the network of roots as the rope was cut. And now you're down here in the bottom of this hole.
Darling, you've helped me more than you'll ever know.
Sue! What the fuck? Sue!
Thomas and Bubba, what do you guys want to do? You both have a greater dexterity than my pets.
I think at this point, well, I don't know about Bubba, but I'm sort of going to grab a hold of him and say, we got to get the fuck out. But as I'm going to fire behind me at the things.
Okay.
I agree. I'm headed towards the rope. I don't know what lies upward, so I'm hoping that the rope is going to lead me to salvation.
Right.
Yep.
So I imagine I do my last 3. I've only got 6 shots. Do my last 3 with penalty dice because I'm running and hardly aiming. Yes,
you're not looking, you're not really aiming, so you'll have to do with penalty dice. So do a regular roll, then do one with 1 penalty die, and then do your third with 2 penalty dice.
Okay, regular roll fails. Second one fails. Oh, okay. Third one hit.
Wow.
I did three successes in a row.
Nice. All right. Roll your damage.
1d, what was it? 1d10 plus 2. 7 plus 2, 9.
Okay.
On one of them at least, but I'm not waiting to see what happens.
All right. So you guys get to the end of this little platform, this little edge. There's that black, gooey sludge at the bottom of the hole, and there's the rope. It doesn't look like it has a lot of tension to it, and you can see Miss Fleming, Thomas. You see Patricia sitting in the network of roots, about 20 feet above you.
You can see the rope all coiled around,
and the rope is all just sitting there in a pile.
Is the rope that we used was tied off?
Yeah, so it's still
at a mid range.
Yep, you can get from it up to the roots.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so we'll climb up to where she is. What the fuck?
Okay, so Bubba, are you going first?
Yeah, I mean, I was there first. I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay, so Thomas, you fired your shots. Bubba is starting to climb up, and here come 2 of these things. Do you want to dodge or try and fight back?
I'm going to try to fight back with the butt end of my gun.
All right. Give me a fight back.
Brawl.
You have your moxie, by the way.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to use that for climbing out.
Nice. So the first one comes up, and it's still covered in a clear, slippery enzyme. And so it slips and falls on the floor at your feet, and it's going to try and use its wings to push itself back up into an upright position.
Okay. I barely connect with the this whatever the closest one is.
Okay. Give me a
club.
Yeah, so make it
1d8 plus my strength. Oh, I got a strength bonus.
You do have a strength bonus, yeah.
So wait, where's my 1d8? 8 3 plus.
It's not a large club though. You're using a small club.
Well,
the butt end of a pistol would be a small club.
Right. I just see on my wall it says club, bat, or pipe.
Yeah, that's club large, and so club small is a d6 plus damage bonus.
Right. 4 plus damage bonus of 2, so 6 points.
6 points. Okay, yeah, you hear something crack on it, and it is not happy with you. Bubba, give me a size roll, please.
Size roll. Okay, and that is a success.
Okay, so you're climbing up, and you you're climbing up, and you're still you're tangling yourself up into the root system, but it's slow going for you. Thomas, Bubba's in the way.
All right, I'm going to keep fighting these things off as long as he's in the way.
Okay.
I have to protect these.
Luckily for you, only one of them can kind of get into your grill at any time, so the other one kind of hangs back.
Question. Could I spend luck to make that better, or like a better?
If you want, yeah.
If I'm trying to fail the size roll, or am I trying to get?
I just wanted to see if something was going to happen, and so I decided to base it on size.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right. So fight back as it tries to fight you, or you're attacking it since you're faster. So I'm going to be fighting back while you attack.
I'm going to try to aim for what I think is a vulnerable spot, the head, with a starfish-like head.
Okay.
And now I dumped all my dice out. Where are my 10? 65. I will spend. Is this the firearm?
Not anymore. It's empty.
I will spend. I don't connect. I don't.
Okay. I missed 2, so now it attacks you, and so you can fight back.
I'm gonna fight back.
Okay.
Oh, 18. Yeah, that's a good connect.
Okay. So is that a hard success or a standard?
That is a hard success.
Oh, well, that's better than my standard. So you damage it. Roll your damage.
8 points of damage on that
one. So this is the one that you shot, and you've already hit once before. You hit it now, and you hear almost like a final crack. You did hit it in a vulnerable spot, and you can see one of those dark red eyes. It clouds over black, and then you see this weird, almost like a burp of a dark liquid kind of come out of the skull of it, out of the top, and it falls to the ground. And the other one that was chasing, it seems to be enraged, and it uses its wings to grab the tentacle legs of this thing, and it just whips it and drags it, so it just gets flung back down the corpse gets flung back down the corridor, and clearing the way for the second one to start racing at you.
Okay, I'm going up the
Bubba
rope.
is out of the way if you want to try and escape.
Yeah, I'm going up the rope.
Okay, give me a climb roll as a dodge roll while I try and make a fight roll.
What a clutch? Say that again.
Use your climb with a bonus die. Use your climb with a bonus die, and we're treating it as a dodge versus my fight.
Oh, nope. Didn't make either one.
Okay. I had a standard success. It does not spew at you, but it does try and hit you. And so it does just connect, and it hits you for 7 points of damage.
Oof.
Is that more than half?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a luck roll to see if you can hold on to the rope.
07.
Okay.
Hold on to the rope.
You hold on to the rope, but you can feel it cracked a rib or something. There's some internal damage has been done.
Okay. I'm going to try to pull myself the rest of the way out.
All right. You pull up the rest of the way, and you're sitting up in this nest of roots along with Patricia and Bubba and a pile of rope. There's only a pinprick of white light up at the top where Sue Lee is. The creature is standing on that little ledge below you, and it is mewling and crying out and screeching, and the noise is just driving all of you insane. In fact, all three of you, please make another SAN roll for this thing just making continual noise.
That's a fail.
Pass.
If you pass, lose 0. If you failed, lose 1. And as it's continuing to make noise, you guys hear a second noise, almost like a deep baritone, as if it's like answering the mewling creature. And you guys look down, and that black sludge down there, as you're looking down, suddenly the black sludge is looking up at you as all these eyeballs start to open up in that black sludge. And now you can see portions of the sludge kind of, coming upward. The sludge, at first, it extends like a big lump of itself up onto that ledge, and the mewling thing just regurgitates this enzyme, and it starts to kind of boil and acidically eat that black sludge, and then the creature just dives its head into that puddle that it makes, and you can hear a slurping sound as it's eating part of that black sludge that was kind of deposited onto the ledge. But while that is happening, the black sludge does continue to reach up to gather you guys, and I think we'll just kind of draw a curtain closed on you as the black tentacles reach up and collect all of you. And we should give a tip of the hat to Miss Sue Lee for surviving and now becoming the owner of this hole, that she can now begin a new cult that will worship the creatures that are housed below.
I'm going to use my Moxie thing to make friends with the creature and have it rescue all of us.
Yes.
And kill Sue Lee.
Yep. You use the Moxie and you become a pet to entertain the babies as they are being born.
Wow.
And that was the hole.
So what opened the hole?
Just the magic. It's been here for some time, and Daryl just didn't know it. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't been to this particular spot. It was so well hidden in the rolling hills.
It's a big property.
So were the
big
wasps the babies of?
The wasps were just mutant. They were mutated by the radiation and radioactive enzymes that are kind of being coming out from the nursery.
Did the wasps take Danny?
The wasps did take Danny. So
are they like cicadas, and they are like every 8-year wasps that come up and grab one boy and then
they grab more than just one boy. So if you had gone to any of those covered cells, the hive cells, and if you'd torn the covers off of any of those, I have a table that I can roll on, and it is possible to find a living person in there who'd been recently abducted, or it's also more likely to find corpse bones of others that have been abducted. And I'm sure if the science tests those corpse bones, eventually one set of skeletal remains would be identified as Danny's. But
Miss
there's
Patty.
lots of missing kids down here.
You could have found Danny and his Casio watch.
I could have.
All that was left of him to recognize was his Casio watch in the gelatin.
So was Soon Lee actually trying to get us eaten, or?
Well, as I'm sure everyone suspected, everyone has a secret agenda, a secret goal. Some are more benign than others.
Yeah,
some
like
are
getting married.
Yeah, some are quite aggressive. But yeah, so Thomas wanted to get married. Unfortunately, what he doesn't know is that Patricia has fallen out of love with him and has actually fallen in love with Sue Lee.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
Daryl wants to try and turn this into a money-making property, and Bubba, the entrepreneur, is a gangster, and he wants this for the gang so that they can store hooch that comes in from Canada.
That's why I wanted to go down there to see if it would be adequate for storing crates.
Yep.
It's been a great place for bodies too.
Yep.
Much better for that, really.
So there we go. That was it.
Very good, John. Very good.
Good.
Cool. Our players included Morgan Llewellyn, Holly Buteau, Stuart Lively, David Gasway, and myself, with John Hook as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord where you can chat with our other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. There's a link below. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production. In order to create a richer listener experience, we provide audio-only versions of our shows, free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.